I understand you recently got your private.
I did, about 3 weeks ago now.
So how many hours do you have since that certificate has been printed?
Probably 2 or 3.
All right.
9165 Juliet, radar contact 12 miles south of Cerro at 2,800. VFW altimeter is 3000.
30056 Juliet.
Roger, in the area of a scatter modification, present position expanding for the next stop at 25 miles.
We are visually maneuvering around the weather, 56 Juliet.
So Katie, what the heck are we doing here in East Texas with this Cherokee 180?
We're gonna wait it out and see when's a good time to fly it home.
So you said fly it home. Where the heck is home?
Phoenix.
Phoenix, Arizona, in a Cherokee 180.
Alert traffic, Cherokee 9156 Juliet, departing runway 8, right turn. Alert. There's 80.
Alright, I don't really like how that looks up there, so I would say let's make a 90-degree right-hand turn.
Okay.
Do you see how the weather looks better?
3542 Whiskey, about
Well, your daughter got her private pilot certificate pretty recently. What do you say about that?
She did, and I gotta say that I was very impressed. She went heads down and knocked it out in about 2.5 months, and I'm proud of her.
So let me set this up here. Katie here is Corey's daughter, and she just recently passed her private pilot check ride. Corey owns a Piper Malibu, and you may have actually already seen it before on YouTube. If you haven't, go check out his videos on Malibu Flyer. They recently bought this Cherokee 180 to be used in the flight program at the ministry they're a part of in East Texas. But first, the airplane needs work and upgrades done to some of the systems and engine before it'll be used for training, and Corey wants it to be ferried back home to Mesa, Arizona for that. Since Katie just got her private, he wanted a CFI to accompany her on her first long cross-country trip, and I got the call, so here we are. We're in Big Sandy, Texas, getting ready to start heading west, but the weather doesn't look super great. There's scattered thunderstorms rolling in and out of the area, bringing in low ceilings and winds. We were faced with one of those situations where we had a safe enough gap in the weather where we need to depart soon, or we'll probably be grounded here for most of the day. Once we start westbound, it won't take long for us to hit clear skies, and we'll be on our way to Arizona. So we finished our pre-flight inspection and briefings, and we decided to punch out and start the journey.
And still level off?
Yeah, I would just hold it level here just because of these low clouds. So we're in class golf airspace, right?
Right.
So this is legal. We're perfectly fine here. It's 1 mile clear of clouds because we're so low. Yeah, see, that's the direction we were gonna go.
Yeah.
Screw that. I don't like that.
No.
To the right a little bit.
Okay.
So here's what I'm kind of thinking of us doing. We're right here. Got this big cell right here.
Yeah.
We're gonna kind of go up through here. Almost actually what your dad suggested.
Okay.
Because as soon as we got off the ground, I looked out that way and I said, oh, that doesn't look good.
Right.
On these long cross countries, it's fantastic because you can totally get used to flying the airplane hands off.
Yeah.
And get it all trimmed out.
Which is not hard to do in this plane.
Right. That's 4-flight warning me about that tower right there.
Alright.
We're all good. You see where you can see the nice crisp horizon out there?
Yeah.
Let's kind of aim that way.
Okay.
Which pretty much aligns. We're right here, right where there's no precip.
Perfect.
You see where the horizon gets a little bit more crisp that way? Maybe just to the right a little bit.
Okay.
And we're going to be mindful of the Bravo airspace and all that good stuff, which we're still plenty good.
For Dallas?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to go just to the south of their airspace, kind of underneath it.
Well, I'm assuming that 4-flight shows our track in real time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's leaving breadcrumbs where we were.
Cool.
Yeah, no, I love 4-flight. I just don't take long trips without it anymore.
Yeah.
Hashtag sponsored. Okay, yeah, we can climb up a little bit now.
Okay.
You can kind of see those waves in the clouds. That's indicative of some wind up there. So we'll
mixture first?
Yeah, we can go a little rich on the mixture. Okay, so we're here, and I'm curious about this stuff right here, but we'll just see as because it's all kind of moving this way.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to see. We also got to watch this stuff because it's moving toward us. Keep an eye on it. Right now we've got a nice, what looks like a nice gap. And we may have to go underneath the Bravo just a little bit. Ooh, big lightning strike right out there.
Ooh.
We're plenty far from anything. Actually, what we're looking at right out there is the really bad cell, the big one. It's like 40 miles away. Hold it still. That's a joke. Kidding.
Still, like,
I said hold it still and you grabbed it and I was like,
reaction.
wait, oh man, she took me seriously. Crap. So what I'm doing constantly is I'm looking at the weather, looking at our obstacles and airspace, and then comparing that to what I see outside. Like, we're obviously not going that way.
Yeah.
That's bad. That way is bad, and obviously we don't need to go either of those directions. This is almost on course to Odessa right here. Almost exactly. Like if I were to hit direct, we're on course. So we'll just see what the sky has to offer us up here. According to this, there is some precip. It's okay if we fly through a little bit of rain. We're in some rain right now, in fact. But we'll just kind of keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
But it does look very ominous off to the left out there. Luckily, we're almost 40 miles away from that.
Yep.
Yeah, we need to like placard that in off or something. We want to make sure we're not going to accidentally look at that and rely on it in any way, because it's kind of proved to be unreliable.
9165 Juliet, radar contact 12 miles south of Cerro at 2,800. DFW altimeter 3000.
322056 Juliet.
Roger, in the area of a scatter modification, present position, expanding for the next stop at 25 miles.
We are visually maneuvering around the weather, 56 Juliet.
Hey, good morning, approach southwest
So now we're getting on the other side of this precip, and then the Dallas just kind of emerged.
Yeah.
Southwest 123, regional approach, radar. Would you like 31 left or 31 right? We decided we'd take 31 left. That's 123, expect business approach 31 left. Expect moderate turbulence for 7,500 down to 5.
Well, we picked our way through some dicey weather back there,
That's for sure.
and now we're in clear skies. Welcome to the west. Dry atmosphere. But we done good. We got through there no problem. The key is to just, you know, don't let yourself go into IMC and stay clear of those clouds. If you can't see through the rain, like if you can't see the horizon on the other side of it, don't go through it. Because then at that point you're just going into IMC. And we navigated around it well. And then we got flight following and they were pretty helpful too. We are definitely in West Texas. All the oil fields and all the wind turbines.
Cherokee 65 Juliet, traffic 3 o'clock passing out to the left in 2 miles, same direction of flight, same altitude as the Malibu, no factor.
Hey, I got my dad in sight.
Traffic inside, 56 Juliet.
Oh, come on.
Delta Tango, previous traffic 3 o'clock in 2 miles, has you in sight.
Not that bold yet.
4 Delta Tango, we've got traffic in sight as well.
If you would have said I've got my dad in sight, I bet you anything he would have said I got my daughter in sight.
Oh.
And then the control, you probably would have heard another like airline pilot on the frequency or something say, oh.
Yeah.
Passing off our left. Because if you did that, then you're no longer just a number on his radar screen. It's like, oh, that's like a father and daughter thing going on there. I'm pretty sure I see it. Do you see it?
I think so.
I see like some crisscrossing clearings, and I think I see pavement. So whenever you're good with it, I'm good with it.
Number 56 Juliet, keep the squawking to landing, change to advisory frequency approved, clear speed and aircraft on final at Odessa, Malibu.
Roger, 56 Juliet.
And it looks like, yeah, is that your dad? Yeah, that is. So he's on final for 02. I think we ought to do the same thing. And I don't see any right traffic patterns. Alright, we are spring loaded and ready for a go around. So whenever you're ready, you can fly your pattern. So with wind like this, I would recommend no flaps.
Okay.
Have you done no flap landings?
Nope.
So the thing is you're just going to come in a little faster. We're just going to stay above that DMMS until we're on final.
Okay.
And we're going to come over the numbers a little bit faster than you're used to, but we're just going to hold it off right above the runway until the airplane's ready to stall. And it's going to be nice and gusty.
Yeah.
Start to reduce maybe a little more power out. Now let's go ahead and get that rudder in. So let's get some left rudder.
Left rudder.
There you go. And keep that right wing down.
Okay.
Let's bring her to idle.
Okay.
Nice and gently. Yeah, let's kind of feather it back to that center line. Little right rudder here. Alright, pretty good. Yeah, center line, we want to be sure we're kind of... I was just about to tell you to do a go around, and then and then before I knew it, we were touching down.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll get off the runway and we'll kind of debrief.
Okay, what did you think of that of the landing coming into here?
It was a little gusty.
little gusty. It's still gusty. The wind really hasn't died at all. It's still gusting up to about 30 knots out here. But that's West Texas. Welcome to West Texas, right? Midland, Odessa. There's absolutely nothing out here. No terrain, really no obstacles to stop the wind, so it just picks up to a pretty good clip. What I would say on that landing, the reason we drifted left of center line, I was like about to tell you to go around, and then we touched down. It was a nice touchdown too, and we had plenty of rudder authority just to snap us back over to the center line. But what I would say is that you added plenty of left rudder. We were good there. I thought you were gonna undershoot, and you actually did really well with that. It was the aileron that we were lacking. That's why we slid over. So once you put that rudder in, you gotta really dip that aileron in and dip the wing down, and that prevents you from sliding left or right. Going up and over the mountains, the bumps are gonna get worse. But I think we'll be okay. We're gonna go up high. We're still gonna have a tailwind up high. Safford, Arizona. It's always a trusty fuel stop out there in the valley. And then from there, it's not far to Falcon Field. We're gonna get down the road as best we can. What do you think?
Let's go.
All right, let's do it.
Midland approach, Cherokee 9156 Juliet.
Cherokee 9156 Juliet, Midland approach, Midland altimeter 3021.
November 9156 Juliet, just off Odessa, flying VFR to Safford via Newman, VOR. 4,800 climbing to 8,500. Would like to pick up VFR flight following.
Cherokee 56 Juliet, squawk 0530.
0530, 56 Juliet.
Oh, so what I was going to say about the fuel pump
Oh yeah.
is, so I, basically anytime I'm going to change something with the engine, like if I'm going to start messing with the mixture, start reducing power, cycle the fuel pump, move the tanks or whatever, I always just kind of look out the window and I'm like, where would I land if something happened? Okay, that's a good field right there. Then I'll do whatever I was going to do. And basically, like if I'm over mountains, or, you know, over some water or something, and there's just no good place for me to put it, the engine's running fine right now. I'm not going to touch it.
November 56 Juliet, contact Albuquerque Center on 133.0.
330, 56 Juliet. Center Cherokee 9156 Juliet, 8800 in the bumps.
November 9156 Juliet, Albuquerque Center, Silver City, altimeter 3021.
3021, 56 Juliet.
56 Juliet, roger. We do have a radar outage today. I don't think I'm going to pick you back up if you're going to be doing a descent into Safford. Radar services terminates, squawk VFR, frequency change approved today.
Squawk VFR and frequency change approved. Good day, 56 Juliet.
2150 Zulu. Wind 080 at 08. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 36 Celsius. Dew point -03 Celsius. Altimeter 2996. Remarks. Density altitude 6,200.
Yeah, we'll just want to kind of respect that DMMS until we're on final. That's the one thing that I will just like have no exceptions on. Because it's right here. This is where we're losing airplanes, in this spot right here.
Yeah.
This is where people are putting it into a stall spin. And you overshot the final just a little bit. You handled it just as you should. Just don't panic. Keep the turn coming. Don't try to like steepen it up or lead with rudder or anything like that.
Okay, we're high.
Yeah. So you can fix that by pulling power out, right?
Yep.
Beautiful.
Okay.
That last 45 minutes seemed like it was 3 hours. It just kept going on and on and on, and I'm like, oh, Mount Graham, which is right here by Safford. And I was like, oh, there's Mount Graham. Oh, no, that's not it. Ponderosa Aviation here. They've got an awesome facility, awesome FBO, and, you know, decent gas prices. And it's just a good, big airport with lots of accommodations. Instrument approaches as if Arizona needs them. And yeah, your landing was great. Approach was great. Everything's good. You're getting used to the plane?
Yes, so smooth. And it's landing, it's just like, okay, we're all not on the ground, now we're on the ground.
Yep.
It's not because of me.
Right, well, yeah, you just hold it off there, let it deplete its energy, and it gets to the critical angle of attack.
Yeah.
And when it reaches that point, it literally stalls out and just kind of plops down on the ground. It's like, okay, we're done flying now. So we've got one more leg.
Yes.
It's going to be like an hour and 10 minutes, something like that. President Trump is in Phoenix. He's departing Phoenix right now. So we are expecting the presidential TFR to be lifted over the Phoenix Bravo, which we will have to go underneath to get into Falcon. So the TFR should be lifting here within the next 30 seconds, technically. And then we'll be good to go. Short flight from Safford, Arizona into Falcon Field, Mesa.
We can do it.
We can do it. Yeah, we're going to get there with plenty of daylight to spare.
Oh, yeah.
And we even left way later than we wanted to this morning.
That's true.
With bad weather. And we had a ripping tailwind the first couple of legs. The end of that last leg was it started to deplete a little bit. But we'll see what we have on this leg. We could even have a headwind on this leg and it wouldn't be that bad just because we're not taking the airplane to its range limit. So we'd be okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be short. I think we're both getting tired. I was yawning like crazy and trying to stay awake on that last leg. So it'll be nice and short. One little hop over to Mesa and we'll be done for the day. We'll be done moving this Cherokee 180.
Yay.
All right, let's hop in and get it done.
Let's do it.
We've got a nice long runway. We're not super heavy. We're not at max gross. We just want to be patient and let the airplane tell us when she's ready to fly.
You just added some distance compared to what you'd normally.
Right. Because we're at a higher density altitude. The prop doesn't have as much grab. The air's a little bit thinner. The engine's not going to be producing as much performance. The wings aren't going to be producing as much lift just because of the higher density altitude. Basically, the air isn't as dense.
Yeah.
So we're just kind of giving the airplane overall more room to get what it needs to get airborne and climb.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right.
And aborting the takeoff is essentially just idle.
Power to idle, get on the brakes, yeah. Or power to idle, let it roll out.
Yeah.
Because we probably have enough runway. All right.
Okay, doors shut. Full power.
And the idea is we just want to be patient. Let it speed up.
Yep.
Yep, she's flying. She's flying. There you go. Did you feel it? Did you feel it pop off the ground?
Yeah.
And as soon as it broke ground, it started crabbing.
56 Juliet, the Phoenix altimeter is 2982.
2982, 56 Juliet.
We're in the system.
Hey.
801, roger, radar contact about 20 miles to the east of Jitna. And IFR cancellation received, maintain VFR, Tucson altimeter is 2993. So we're over 90156 Juliet, contact Albuquerque Center 135.15.
3515, 56 Juliet. But tell them we're at 8,300? Or should I go back up to...
83. I mean, if you want to protect your pride, you can get back up to 8,500 and so you don't have to admit it.
It is.
But definitely don't tell him 8.5 when you're actually at 8.3 because then he's going to think the transponder's off.
Okay. Center Cherokee 9156 Juliet, 8,300.
November 90156 Juliet, Albuquerque Center, Phoenix altimeter 2982.
2982, 56 Juliet. So we pretty much flew across all of Texas, all of New Mexico, and a good part of Arizona today.
Yeah. Yep, you did.
Wow.
You ever done this much flying in one day as
Never.
a pilot? Have you ever done this much flying in a day period?
Probably.
In the back of an air-conditioned Malibu?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where I can sleep.
Yep. I mean, yeah, you can use your imagination.
No.
And center citation November 71, you and pop out of flight level 300 for 240 heading 275. Yeah, we could actually indicate now 260. Oh, correction, yeah, 260.
Albuquerque Southwest 824, follow 340 at City Mid Ping 1, do 300 knots in transition. That's 824 Albuquerque Center, change of plans, maintain 250 knots. Right, 250 knots, Southwest 824.
2,400 feet.
Birdie, descend be the Ping 1.
This pattern altitude.
Southstate 24, Phoenix altimeter 282, maintain 250 knots.
So 85 down to 2,500.
Southwest 824.
Okay. Starting.
I don't want to do the public math. You do the public math.
Oh, okay. 85 to 25. Okay, 600, 500 minutes, 12 minutes.
I concur. And I see Falcon out there. I can see the runway complex going this way.
Okay.
Long, kind of a lighter strip.
November, Kelly Bravo, have your request. November 5628, traffic, no factor. Keep your code, contact Falcon Tower.
Keep the code, contact tower, 56 Juliet. By that you
November
mean this?
5 Kilo Delta, traffic 11 o'clock, 2 miles southbound, altitude indicates 5,500.
Falcon Tower, Cherokee 90156 Juliet, inbound for full stop with Sierra.
Cherokee 9156 Juliet, Falcon Tower, enter left base, runway 22 left.
Left base for 22 left, 56 Juliet.
And like I immediately can tell you're in your comfort zone now. Because now you're talking to like your familiar tower, familiar runways.
My friends!
My friends! That's right. Yeah, it's weird when you're approaching an airport from like a direction that you're totally not used to, right?
Right.
When I approach San Marcos from the south, I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
What am I looking at here?
And normally I'm a lot lower,
Right.
too, when most of the time I come from Chandler.
Oh, okay.
So it's Chandler arrival, easy, boom.
Right.
That's 35 Tower, runway 22 right, clear for the option.
22 right, clear for the option, 3 Hotel.
Cherokee 56 Juliet, to runway 22 left, clear to land.
22 left, clear to land, 56 Juliet.
Sweet.
Alright. White arc, first notch flaps. Going to second notch.
Perfect.
Hooray!
Welcome home.
We are home, yes.
You're home. Now I gotta go home.
Yeah. I'm home. The plane's home. Well, temporary home.
Alright.
Cessna 35 Hotel, runway 22 right, clear for the option.
22 right, clear for the option, 3 Hotel.
Cherokee 56 Juliet, taxi park, Delta monitor ground.
Delta monitor ground, 56 Juliet.
Mags master. Oh.
Thank you. Oh.
Perfect. So what did you expect from today? Like did it meet your expectations? Exceed? Fall short? What happened?
I don't know that I even really had many expectations. I knew that it was going to be a really good learning experience, growing experience, that I'd be able to just kind of get more of a grasp for cross countries and what those entail, because I have not done a ton of them myself, and just more experience overall. And so I feel like whatever expectation I had of that was met.
So the plane does not have ADS-B, so we had to get a waiver.
We got it, yeah, so we brought it into the Bravo
right
here, and we had to get a waiver for all of that.
Right, so it's due for an annual this month, and needs a new attitude indicator and some other minor squawks. So we wanted to bring it to Arizona here because we've got a good mechanic, a guy that I know. We'll take it back to Texas later this fall, probably.
And I think y'all have got a good airframe on your hands.
Yeah. Well, we're very grateful to you for your help in getting it here.
Always happy to fly a little airplane any chance I can.
I love this airplane. It flew so smoothly, landed smoothly every time, despite the excessive temperatures that we had at a couple of the stops. Airspeed, I felt like power. It was easy to control. I didn't feel like I was fighting the plane. And we had a lot of wind and gusts.
Odessa was ridiculous.
Oh yeah, very. And then even the winds aloft too, we were getting tossed around a little bit. And so I felt very much like we were in control of the airplane and it wasn't in control of us.
Absolutely. I really like how you worded that. Like I said, it's a dance. Somebody's got to lead.
Right.
Might as well be you. Super well. Mission accomplished, right? We got the airplane to Falcon Field safely, intact. The airplane's reusable. Our spines are reusable.
Right.
And everybody's going to move on to fly another day. This airplane's going to get some maintenance done, get some upgrades. And y'all are going to enjoy the heck out of this airplane. So I'm excited for y'all, and I'm glad I could be here to be a part of it. It's a fun day.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Absolutely. We had a clearly defined task for the day, and we made it happen. Some convective weather made for an interesting morning, and thermals and mountain waves made for a rough afternoon, but that's all part of cross-country flying. The overall concept that I think is a good takeaway from this is that flying an airplane for hours and hours in a single day is a great way to build your proficiency, skills, confidence, and most importantly, your judgment. Katey had just passed her private pilot check ride, and this was such an awesome experience for her to apply everything she's learned and kind of connect the dots and put those skills to use in the real world, and I'm happy I could be there to mentor her through that. I've flown this route many times before in many different airplanes, but something always makes it different, right down to the people I fly it with, and that's why I like to share it with all of you. If you like the video, do hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. If you'd like to support what we do here on Aviation 101, you can shop merch and gear as well as gain access to monthly live streams, giveaways, and exclusive content on aviation101.com. Until next time, I want you to stay happy, healthy, and current, but most importantly, stay proficient. We'll see you in the next one. Fly safe.